escape, and he goes down. Bud Dupree able to record his 5th sack of the season.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He gets this one to Johnson. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Throwing, Jones. And an alley to run. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Jones. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Looking to throw. Jones. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's caught at the 25. It's a big-time play there for the G-men. 53 yards. That pass was heavily defended on 3rd down, but you know what? He's one of the best in the league at body control, and he showed you why there.
So what that tells you is that the guy throwing the football understands his guys, doesn't he? Give them a chance, put it up there, and realize that even in a battle, they're more than likely to come down with the football.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Jones now going to throw again. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Bucky Hodges, his 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw is Jackson. To throw again. He'll let this go for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he's got Snead. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
That's another Baltimore first down. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Jackson now already over 100 yards passing in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. These two teams all tied after one.
7-7.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Many teams, as soon as they spot man defense, if they haven't called a hitch, they'll get to it as fast as they can. They want to put the ball in the hands of one of their best playmakers and hope that he can break a tackle on the outside and go for big yardage.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Watch the twist, watch the twist. Hood, 59, Mike is 59, Mike to 59. Let's go, baby, turnover.
Jackson from the shotgun. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Ravens have taken the lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7.
14. Giants 7. Justin Tucker, the kickoff for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Back to throw. Jones. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Steps away to his left. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
From the gun, Jackson. He finds his man Johnson. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Looking to throw on second down. Jackson on the move to his left. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Dexter Lawrence. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. To throw is Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Jackson operating from the gun. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. The sack coming from big Dalvin Tomlinson. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Tucker, a career 70% success rate from 50-plus. Just incredible. And the All-Pro is money from distance again there.
They ought to give him 4 points for field goals from some of the distances that this guy makes them from.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And able to take it past the 20 a little bit, but no further. A flag in there as well. Let's see what this is. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Saquon Barkley running right. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Oh, what a move. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. They'll give him 8 on the play, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Of course, he's coming off that NFC Offensive Player of the Week performance. 2 scores in that game a week ago.
And how did he get them? Speed is one thing, but how about the niftiness in his route running, able to cross people up in the secondary and make sure that they can't quite get to him before the ball arrives. He's something after the catch as well.
Jones from the gun on 3rd down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's going to be caught. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Darius Slayton, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point by Marr, up and good. Around the NFL, 2nd quarter in Chicago. It's the Rams that have grabbed the early lead. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Got a man, it's Brown. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. Jackson now, 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Jackson, man open left side is Brown. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Jackson now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Jackson now from the gun, he'll throw. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Bud Dupree in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. This is caught at the 20. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. An excellent gain, 35 yards. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw again, Jackson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward.
Let's get this.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Let's go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Let's see what you got. Mike's 59. Hey, tight.
Here's Jackson operating from the gun. And the catch made by Johnson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. Jackson now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Johnson the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Check. Check out. Good there. Hustle. Mike part 9. All day, dog.
Jackson throwing again. It's complete to Snead. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
But that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Jackson. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirt.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Here's Jones throwing on 1st down. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are going to jump back in front. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
17.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. And that often runs you into a penalty.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Here's Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike.
Throwing is Jackson. He's going to rifle one deep left, and he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 39. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight?
This is caught inside the 15. A big play there for the Giants. 48 yards. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Darius Slayton with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guy.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. Does the big boy have the juice? And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Giants use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it now because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Yeah, that's what I do.
To throw is Jackson. From the gun, he'll throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target. That'll bring up second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. Now it's Tate. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
X3, 218, chopper. You can't block me. Watch the safety creep. Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot.
2nd and 10. Catch made by Slayton. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Greystone, travel. Hey, high 7. Now.
Looking to throw. Jones going for the deep ball. And incomplete. An excellent play downfield. Should have been picked off, really. But second down instead.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. A give to Barkley out of the gun. He's got the first down and more past midfield. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley, 61 yards. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. So he's in for his 3rd score of the game, and the defense probably saying, man, we don't want to see this guy for a long time.
It's bad enough when anyone scores a touchdown against you, but for one person to get 3, it almost sets him apart from the rest of the game, and no one likes to see any of those players on a pedestal, not from the defensive point of view.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go!
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a teammate.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 30. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
A big play there on the catch and run. 57 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Defenses always have a goal of holding a runner under 100 yards. Well, he went over 150 last week, won NFC Player of the Week award honors. And guess what? He's got a chance to do it again because of that vision he has. He sees holes that maybe don't exist.
On 2nd down and 4, Jones. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Bucky Hodges with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now.
And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. But it looked like a Raven was able to get in there, and they will indeed keep the possession.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
The Ravens on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Now it's Jackson. He gets it to Brown, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. Buying time to his left. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Pass from Jackson, complete to Ingram. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. He felt the pressure coming there. That was a good job of just making something out of nothing, so to speak.
Yeah, took the hit and still made the play. You know, when we talk about runners, all right, and on running plays, runs after contact, we call that getting dirty yards, tough, gritty ones. To me, that's like the version of a dirty pass. He knows he's going to get smacked, yet still delivers the football and picks up good yardage.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time. 3rd down here.
Here we go. 70 ending. I got him. Set go. 50's the mic. 50's the mic.
Now Jackson operating from the gun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bud Dupree, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Dancing to his left. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Look at me. Go.
Again, it's Barkley. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9, and it'll be back to a 3rd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
One last shot for Jackson. It got his man complete. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Giants, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL